All right, so we're in the quarterfinals for PCPL. Unfortunately, week 8, my opponent had to couldn't make the match at like the last second, and then they gave like a week extension for just everyone to try and catch up, and they weren't able to make it work out, which sucks. But we ended up getting the forfeit win. So we finished first in the league, and so we were 7-1 plus 25 diff, which is crazy. And Sinister was number 1 in the kill leads because it and Blaziken were both 13 kills, but Sinister only had 2 deaths. The Blaziken had 4, so we came out in first in both metrics, but it doesn't matter now that we're in playoffs. So we're going up against Tag, who has a spooky, scary skeleton team. Skeletons may or may not be included. So if I look at their draft real quick, all right, cool. Yeah, so they have a Goodra-Hisui Electrode, which is scary. They have they've one clear in Excadrill. They have a few stealth rockers. They have great setup with getting spikes with Ceaseless Edge for Hammerot. They have Petrol, which is just a demon. They have Galarian Zapdos, which is a demon. They have a bunch of demons that this man has, but we have a fun plan cooked. So normally I do these presented in alphabetical order of their nicknames. I ain't doing that this time. We're talking about our lead, and that's Big Man Haxorus. This thing, the goal of it is to bring it in, do as much damage as possible, hopefully get some KOs, let it die. Probably not going to switch it out ever. Probably. With Expert Belt and this coverage, it kills a lot of things. If they lead Samurott, and the Samurott is not Focus Sash for whatever reason, I just OHKO it with Expert Belt First Impression. I'm so excited if they do that. Depending on their investment, might be able to kill like a Sylveon with a Poison Jab, if not do a bunch of damage to it. If we get them down to a Focus Sash with First Impression on the Samurott, I can go for a Scale Shot and boost my speed as I take it out. So like a lot of good options there. Really strong. Their Excadrill, very scary. It has Mold Breaker. Oh no, my Earth Eater on my Earthworm that I'm going to bring is still going to work because Ability Shield. It's just really good to check the Excadrill. Like maybe they can clear hazards against it, sure, but unless they bring a fighting type move, they're not going to be able to do much. And then I can use that as a potential pivot 1 to, make them ruin a turn if they're going for an Earthquake on something, get my health back up, and then pivot back out into next mon. We're going nice and quick. Sinistcha, Terra Ghost with 3-move coverage and Strength Sap. That's dangerous going into a Defiant mon. However, this is not the thing that we're going to, plan to fight that with. The Sinistcha is just generally there because it's strong overall. We went very specially defensive because this is kind of my check for Hisui and Electrode. In Mox, that thing was really, really hard to deal with. So this helps wall that a good amount. Citrus Berry just to get some extra HP back partway through there, and just generally do some damage. Ghost coverage is very, very good into them, and being Ghost type is very good to block Rapid Spin to help against the Zapdos, so going with that. Shadow Ball, once for Terra, very, very good. That Zapdos, though, that's a scary beast right there. So we have Alomomola, Rocky Helmet, Max Fizz Def. This thing eats hits. It's wonderful. So the goal is basically, with this matchup, assuming they bring the things that I think they're going to bring, they send out certain things, I have a certain switch in for it, right? So it's like, Galarian Zapdos is out, I bring out the Alomomola. If the Excadrill's out, I bring out the Earthworm, right? This is kind of the structure we have overall. I still wanted to have some kind of clear, and Donphan just wasn't really doing it for me. So we're going with a very fun Talonflame. And so we have Gale Wings, Brave Bird to just nuke things like the Zapdos, for example. Roost for longevity, Defog because clearing, and heavy duty boots that, if they set up rocks, doesn't hurt us. Upper hand is specifically for Lycanroc because if they see me weakened and they want to just go for an Accel Rock, I can 2-co with Brave Bird and it starts making mind games. At the very least, I get some chunk on it. So very hopeful that kind of happens. If it doesn't happen though, that means they didn't bring Lycanroc. So I'm also okay with that. Petron is a demon as well. So that's why we have Assault Vest, Defiant Kingambit. Poison, Immune, Shadow Ball, doing nothing to me. I resist it, and with the Assault Vest, my special defense is insane. If I come in on a Parting Shot, I get 2 boosts because the 2 stats are triggered differently. So I go up to +3 attack off of a Parting Shot. It's very good. We have Kowtow Cleave and Throat Chomp because little more damage could be nice if the Sylveon's gone, but if the Sylveon's not gone, and they think this is a switch in for it, and I'm in front of like the Petron or something, I can go for the Throat Chop, and then when they bring in the Sylveon, they're not going to be able to Hyper Voice me. You know, improves my longevity there. So that's the goal there. Sucker Punch, because Sucker Punch good, and then Iron Head, because Steel move into Fairy type, very good. Cool and good. So I hope they bring things that let me pop off. I'm hoping they bring a lead Samurott. It's not bulky and not Focus Sash. That would be the best case scenario for me. But who knows? Yeah, so we're gonna get into it in just a sec here. Yeah, let's just do it. Holy shit. Okay, so I wasn't recording. That's incredible. Very glad that I caught that. Something tells me maybe I shouldn't have put Haxorus right at the front, but like, they ain't gonna know. They ain't gonna know, right? This works out fine for us every time. So they have a Terra Fairy Hisui Electrode. They brought a Lycanroc instead of a Petronet. That kind of sort of changes things up. I can see why they wouldn't want to bring Petronet, I guess, but like I just assumed they would, you know. All right, we are recording good. Now I'm paranoid about it. Valkyrie. All right, so it's the Electrode out front. Okay, so I cook you. If you go for Terra Fairy Terra Blast, you could cook me. If you don't, I cook you. See, the mind games, they've already begun. I have it set up, I have the plan so that in front of this thing, I go out into Sinistcha every time. All right, we're just gonna do it. If they go Terra Fairy, I made the right play. I feel like they just do automatically. Come on. Okay, so they do Terrasilize, so I made the right play. If they go for Terra Blast, I made the even better play. If they go for Volt Switch, then it's like, eh. But, alright, cool. Cool, alright, so say T1, Lead, Electrode, Terra. They go for Volt Switch, okay. They bring it down to 307. 307 is 11%, so that's probably like a max special attack modest that works out properly. Alright, so put 307 in the calc here. Who do you send out? Meet me. This guy has knockoff. If you went into this, you probably have knockoff. Zapdos, Galar, okay. Braver, okay, so knockoff has a chance to kill me. Once again, we just play a switching game, and I go out into my Alomomola. Right? So, Terra, and we'll say Volt switched, went. Okay. Alright, okay, fair enough. Went Gyapdos on Sinistcha. This thing has Taunt. Okay. So this makes me think it's not choice. We'll say Gyapdos, not choice. Taunted. So, against this, Alomomola, you take some damage, and it's unfortunate. But I can get the slow flip turn here, and it's pretty good. Like, it's just pretty reliable. So I am gonna just flip turn out. They go for the knockoff. Okay, so down to... okay, so if I went to 431... is like 19%. Okay, so you're... alright, oh, well, I'm calculating Banded. Let's put Bright Powder just because it's funny. 19%... and 431, yeah, okay, so you're probably like max attack Jolly, no boost. Okay, so into you went for the knock. You went for the knockoff. If you're base 100, if you're max speed, you outspeed everything I have. Which is a bit tragic. If I go out into Haxorus against this, I could go for Scale Shot. Or I can, no, I go into Talonflame every time. I go into Talonflame. Are you kidding me? So, here's where the fun begins, right? So it's so obvious to go for Brave Bird, but I've also been going for aggressive switches this entire game. So we're gonna Brave Bird. If there's, I feel like they just switch right here. Like if they don't, they've got some balls. They're probably calcing, seeing how much things do. Let me KO this. It'd be really funny if you did. It'd be really funny if you did. They're taking so long to calculate. They're either overthink, do it, overthink. No, they're gonna switch at this rate. They're gonna switch at this rate. They're taking their sweet old time. They're figuring things out. Yep, they switch. Lycanroc? Sinbad, that's Lycanroc. Okay. No, it's not. It's this guy. That's Hisui and Samurott. Alright, hold on. Alright, Samurott, Hisui. Let's say lead into this guy, right? So I'm at 274. An Aqua Jet will never take me out. So I feel like I don't need to fear an Aqua Jet. Yeah, because if you go for Aqua Jet, let's say Aqua Jet crits. Aqua Jet crit doesn't even knock me out. Unless there's some kind of like boosting move. I'm going to risk it. I'm willing to risk it. I'm gonna just Brave Bird again. Roost doesn't win me anything. They do Aqua Jet, okay. And I live, beautiful. And we deal with Hisui and Samurott, amazing. All right, let's say Talonflame, KO, Hammerot. Amazing. Okay, so it did Aqua Jet. Raikiri is the Voltorb once again. This is a pretty switch Volt Switch for them. And I think just once again, I go out into... Okay, well, actually, do I go out into Kingambit? Right? So we're just gonna calc offensive pivot, your Terra Fairy. Let's go Kingambit. The most you're not doing anything to me. And if I go Sinistcha, because if I go Sinistcha, once again, it just like, it baits out the Zapdos. I mean, so does the Kingambit, to be fair. I'm gonna go out into my Sinistcha. Alright, Electrode, back out. Or out again, I don't want to say back out, I don't know. I don't even read these notes over again, really. It's mostly just I write it down and it helps me process it. It's another Volt Switch, yeah. So I kind of want to have this out as my option for something, you know? So let's see what they go for. Having that Samurott gone is really nice because with my Haxorus having taken nothing, it kind of like lets me use that more expendably again. And so if I can chip things down in some... They didn't bring Excadrill! That just processed in my mind that they did not bring Excadrill. Alright, Zapdos Galar was just Calc Choice Scarf. And I'll say if I'm a Ghost type, you do up to 67%, which is 232. And if I go Terra Ghost, I do a good amount back to you. Do I need Sinistcha for anything else, really? It'd be nice for Lycanroc. Yeah, so we can keep dancing our dance. It'd be nice if at some point I can find a way to get Earthworm in. As if I can get Rock set up, I will have a lot of happiness in my future. Every time I take a drink from my bottle, it goes somewhere else. Alright, so I eat the knockoff. I could see them going for a taunt again. Ooh, if you go -1 defense, I can do. Ooh, I could do a good amount. I am gonna go for the play rough here. I see them going for the taunt. They withdraw. Okay, okay. I kind of wish I flipped turns now, but you know what? It's okay. All right, so we go Raikiri. We do an okay amount. I feel like it's just another Volt Switch coming in. I'm okay with showing Protect. I kind of want to see what they do. I feel like they just Volt Switch, but they could go for like a Thunderbolt. They could go for a Thunderbolt, they could go for a Discharge if they want to do Para stuff. They're also slowly wearing down my Sinistcha. I need to keep in mind, let me look at my Sinistcha into the knockoff. The knockoff damage doing 67%, which is 232. I need to keep that number in mind. Yeah. Volt Switch is pretty free into me. How much does Volt Switch do into my Orthworm? Volt Switch does about 35%, and that would invite in the Delphox, which is a bit of a problem, you know? So once again, I'm gonna go out into Sinistcha. Yeah. We're gonna go Sinistcha. Okay, we're definitely not out of the woods yet by any stretch of the imagination. And I've just been dancing this dance. They went for Terra Blast, they changed it up, okay. They get a crit, okay. Alright, so I got down to 129. That's a bit unfortunate, but whatever. At least Knockoff will be doing less now, so I'm at 215. Matcha Gotcha does a good chunk. Surprisingly, if I go Terra Ghost, that just makes all of my matchup calcs worse. So I'm gonna go for a Matcha Gotcha. Yeah, so we confirmed that they're not like choice, which like I knew they weren't, but you know, like it's fine. They know I'm Terra Ghost. They might be wondering why I'm not going it, and so I could see them going back out into the Zapdos Galar here, which would be really nice if I can land this and get a burn. That's greedy, but they also just got a crit on me. Rimirin, is that the Lycanroc? No, it's this thing. Okay. Come on, big damage. Huge. I'm at 201. And I get the burn. Okay. Alright, so they, yes, Volt switched into Sylveon on Sinistcha. Their leftover Sylveon. Let's say their Wish Calm Mind. My Matcha Gotcha did... Is that even 20%? Probably not. They're probably especially defensive then. Hyper Voice does not do anything less if I Terra. My Shadow Ball goes up by like 10%. It's really not all that worth it. I can get about 10% back, and I feel like a Hyper Voice is just coming out at me, right? So if I look at this set specifically, right, here, if I got like 252 special defense on you, right, 252 special defense, calm, that's looking more like the case. Yeah, so you're calm. So if I go Orthworm, I can go Orthworm on this. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, I want to say Sylveon is like calm max death. It is leftovers though, so we know this. They doubled, okay. They go Delphox here. No, they went Zapdos Galar, okay. I live any one thing they do to me. Unless they like crit. So I'm very okay. And like, yeah, and nothing, like, at most I can do like 46% to them. I'd rather get my rocks up. So we're gonna sit up here. They go for the Thunderous Kick, okay. That's a cool ass animation. Alright, yeah, so down to 1-1. Alright, so if I'm at 1-1-3, right, Zapdos Galar, let's go Thunderous Kick. 65% would be like 224. They did exactly 230 to me. How did you do 230 to me? Are you adamant? They might be adamant. We're gonna go back out into a Lomomola because that's just our play. I have a... Okay, so they didn't switch. They may have U-turned. I wouldn't be surprised if they U-turned. We have Stealth Rock, though. Knockoff? Oh, amazing. Alright, so it's still 6-5. That's kind of nuts. I don't think we have a reason to do anything other than flip turn. We've shown that we have the play rough before. So this is very nice at the moment. Raikiri. Alright, are you boots? Okay, yeah, Electro to boots. Electrode is boots. Alright, you have Thunderous Kick, you have Knockoff. We know 3 of the 4 moves. On Zapdos, we know Terra Blast, we know Volt Switch, and we know Heavy Duty Boots. We're gonna just, you're dead. I don't know anything about Lycanroc, I don't know anything about Delphox. So, against this guy, at like 50% health, Goodra-Hisui pivot, you go with this. If I go out into King Gambit now, if I go into King Gambit now and I hit something with a Throat Chop, I think I'm feeling pretty cool and good. I will take a look at Haxorus, though. Haxorus does not do enough with First Impression. We're going to go out into King Gambit. It is time. We're not Supreme Overlord, but we also have not taken a KO yet on our side, so we're sitting okay. So you're at about 50% health. Nothing you can do to me really hurts me all that bad. So I'm going to Throat Chop you. I'm going to chop at your throat right here. That's some weird shit. I'm sorry for that. I'm not sorry for that. If I was sorry for that, I wouldn't have done it. That's some toxic girlfriend type vibes. Speaking of segues, what are they gonna do? I'm curious. I'm curious. What's going to happen? Are you just gonna Volt Switch out? A Hard Switch would be the best case. You're just going for T-Bolt. 105. Okay. Not very effective. Okay, cool. So I could see them going for the Hard Switch this time, reading the potential Sucker Punch. Is that worth my time, effort, and energy? The answer is no. At least I don't think it is. Oh, if they predicted like a Terra Blast. You know what? I don't really lose anything by going for Sucker Punch here. I really don't. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Amazing. Electrode being gone is so huge. King Gambit, KO, Electrode. Alright, that's 2 down. That's 2 down. We're at about 75% health with our King Gambit. We have stuff in the back that's still full health. We have potential things to sack. We're doing alright. Do you guys send a Lycanroc here? Or Delphox, perhaps? What can I put in my Kellock so I can see what you're doing? Meep Meep. They go into Zapdos. It is not Boots. Alright, so we'll say Zapdos. Zapdos Galar. That's my King Gambit. Your Thunderous Kick is nuking me to oblivion, and I would have to hit you with an Iron Head to have a chance to KO. I could see a Knockoff count. Once again, listen, we have a plan. And it's, if the Zapdos is out, we go Alomomola. Zapdos is out, we go Alomomola. Say it with me now. Say it in the comments. If Zapdos is out, timestamp this right now, what the response. Thunderous Kick comes through. Let's see how much this does. It shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, so 4... Okay, so if we are Alomomola, 404, HP not found. Alright, -1, Brave Bird. Brave Bird, if it crits, could take us out. Which would be, you know, it would be sad. Do we want to try going for the Wish? Do we have anything in the back that really wants the Wish? The Sinistcha would like the Wish. They haven't taunted me in a while, so I am going to try for the Wish here. I'm kind of hoping they just, like, U-turn. Or hard switch. They go for the Thunder's Kick again. Okay. Alright, so I'm 187, and I'm at -2. Yeah, so 187. Alright, so I switch here. Your knockoff into my Sinistra. If I am no item because I've eaten my berry, I live, and I get a good amount of health back. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get some health back on Sinistra. I feel like this is an obvious switch though, and I can see them going for a knockoff here. I'm gonna hope that they misplay. So I come in and beautiful, look at me. They go for Brave Bird. Good play. Good play. Yeah, I kind of forgot that they're a flying type. I'm gonna say Gyarados, KO, Sinistra. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I didn't check to see how much HP they had. At least we know their last move is in fact Brave Bird. Okay, that's unfortunate. So if you're at about 50% health, my Talonflame with my Brave Bird, I can KO you back. I don't think that's worthwhile though. If I'm at I have no defense drops or anything, so I can just go back out into a Alomomola actually. I don't know if this gets me my Wish or not. I don't think it does. Okay, so you're at like 33% health. 33% health. If I look at Haxorus, first impression would be like 10%. So flip turn, if flip turn does 17, no, then first impression is just not enough. So I'm gonna play rough here. I am gonna play rough here. They go for the Thunder's Kick. Okay. Alright, so I'm down to 229, that's fine. Just don't miss. Thank God. Thank God. Alomomola getting a frag, that's crazy. Hello, KO. Gyarados. So. We have 3 KOs taken so far, which is very nice. Delphox is here. Delphox is scary. Let's look at... Alright, hold on. So you're at 229. 229. Alright, Delphox, and you nasty plot, 49%. Let's say you're at -1 because of Psyshock. So Psyshock doesn't necessarily KO me. Focus Blast could KO me. I can, funnily enough, I think I can actually afford to go for the flip turn here. Maybe this is a throw. They go for the Will-O-Wisp. Okay. Okay, I'm very fine with this taking the Willow. So we should do about 25% to this. I'm gonna hope you're not weakness policy. Alright, so you switch out, and I think we would see that here, right? Okay, so we don't, which is very nice. And then Sucker Punch is just going to, like, always KO you. What about Haxorus first impression? No. Yeah, so we just kind of go King Gambit. And we Sucker Punch, and we have no reason not to. Yeah. Alright, so we go for the Sucker Punch here. Alright. They got the Will-O-Wisp, didn't they? Yeah, but they missed. Just that easy. Let's go back in. Let's just go back out into this guy. Let's just go back out into our Alomomola. That was a risky mind game for me. You know? Are you choiced? They're absolutely not, but like, could you imagine? Do you get Psychic Noise? You do get Psychic Noise. which is like really unfortunate. So we're gonna flip turn, and we're gonna hope you don't Psychic Noise. Go for Will-O-Wisp again. It'd be really funny if you go for Will-O-Wisp again. We're switching to your Lycanroc. I don't know. Do something. Heat Wave. Heat Wave. Okay. Okay, so you're down to 31%. Haxorus has a chance. Hold on, so Alomomola burned twice. Yeah, you're probably just defensive as shit, so you know what? Listen, Haxorus, you're gonna do the thing you came here to do. Okay, do you get any fairy moves? You get Dazzling Gleam. If I give you Dazzling Gleam, Dazzling Gleam doesn't take me out, but we're still just gonna click the first impression here. Forget that. Oh, it feels so good. I'm so happy about that. I can't lie. Haxorus, KO, Delphox. Super good. Super, super good. So they have 2 left. They have 2 mons left. They have a Lycanroc and they have a Sylveon. The Sylveon is burned to counteract the leftovers, which is very, very nice. And also because of the speeding of it and the fact that it's chipped, is like super good for us. Alright, so the Lycanroc comes out. It takes rock damage. I think the play here... Alright, so let's look at a Lycanroc Dusk. Let's look at Lycanroc Dusk into a Alomomola. Yeah, like, you just don't take a lot. Alomomola carrying me this game, brother. I could see them going for, like, a late game Rocks. Because this thing is scary. I'm also calculating it as if it is Life Orb, which is good. It goes for Play Rough, and how much HP do you got a crit, you get the attack drop, because you needed to. Alright, so I was at 300 something. I was at like 389. Hold on, I can calc this. Did I just see Life Orb Chip? I think I did. So we're gonna say Play Rough crit. If I was at, so if I'm at one, like, if I was at, like, let's, I don't know, like, let's say we were at, like, 350, and now I'm at 151, then, yeah, that was rough. Cannot lie. So, we're going to go, we're gonna go Earthworm. If I can keep Haxorus alive, I'm fine into the Sylveon. The King Gambit has like a chance. With how defensive they are, I think I would be okay. I'm gonna sack this boy off. They go for Stone Edge. All right, so 113 down to 34. They do give me some lifey Orby. All right, we're gonna Stone Edge, Earthworm. 113 down to 34. Basic math skills. I have them. I don't want to use them. 113 minus 34 is equal to 79. They have to be adamant. Okay. We go for Heavy Slam. They go for CC. That's risky. That's risky. Okay, hold on. Now, so Haxorus with First Impression, and you're at -1. I just kill with First Impression. Yeah. Yeah. That's dangerous, brother. I wonder if last move is a Cell Rock. As funny as it would be to get the upper hand, I don't think I'm going to be able to. Alright, so we just First Impression here. They do withdraw, which is fair. Rimmy Rin! Let's see how much the Sylveon will do to us. Alright. Let's look at Sylveon with specs. Like, I know that they have some Spadef. They're not fully physically defensive. So I can go for a Poison Jab here pretty safely. Yeah, with expert belt like this, big man Haxorus. Haxorus KO Sylveon. Incredible. And I know first impression KOs, so it behooves me to switch out and come back in rather than like risk taking a hit on this. Unless Haxorus against this Lycanroc Dusk, like let's just call it Swords Day. No, like there's literally no reason to risk it. Right, because I'm not crazy, this is their last. It is their last. Amazing. So we're gonna go out into Harabel. High key, I don't want to VM, but okay. Is it VM? I don't know, because I know I have the win in front of me with I have the win in front of me with first impression, so I kind of want to upper hand because it's funny. So I'm gonna play rough. They go for Stone Edge. All right, cool. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry, but like it's like I want to see, you know, because it's like oh you might be faster. If this is how I can, yes. Oh my god, I'm so happy that worked. God, GG, man. That not bringing Pecharunt or Excadrill so that you could bring Delphox and Lycanroc was such a switch up from what I was ready for. That like that was so back and forth. That was an incredible game. You like, even though the KOs generally like went my way, that was, I never super felt like I was like able to run away with it until it was down to the last 2 months there. So like once again, like absolute, you know, commiserations to my opponent on that. You know, Ted, congratulations on making it like into quarters. Won a hell of a match, and I mean, I'm just happy that like the two like niche bits of tech that I planned for, which were first impression Haxorus and upper hand Talonflame, did something. I was very, very happy about that. Sinistcha once again just getting KO'd out of like doing nothing. That's crazy. Holy shit, we're in semifinals. That's nuts. I don't know who we play yet. We'll figure it out. But oh my lordy, y'all get one more video at least, right? At this point, if I lose, then like no more videos, you know. So you better hope I win. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is the debut of Haxorus, and my god, listen, I'm just saying, you know, thanks a ton, peace out. I'm kind of built like a Haxorus if you really think about it.